Hey, Richard Bryce here, Tennis Hacker. In this video, I want to show you my favorite tennis vision training exercise. The reason it's my favorite is because it was so instrumental at helping me fix my own issues and become a much better player. And I found that it's also one of the most helpful exercises for most other players as well. So I'm going to show you what it is, and I'm going to show you a few different variations of it. So hopefully you find the video helpful. If you do, it'd be great if you give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel before, much appreciated if you could do that as well. The exercise that we're going to work on is called the VOR, which stands for vestibular ocular reflex, or the reflex between your eyes and the balance system, the vestibular system that lives in your inner ear. The reason that this is such a big deal in tennis is because this reflex is what allows you to track the ball, to keep your eyes focused on the ball as you move and as your head moves. I used to get really blurry eyes when I played when I was younger because I had problems with this reflex and with my vestibular system, and it was working on this exercise that was one of the big reasons that I'm now able to play at the level that I do, and that's why it's one of my favorite exercises. And I also find a lot of the players that I've worked with over the last few years struggle with the vestibular system and this reflex as well. And the good news is it's a really simple thing to work on. So you're going to hold your thumb out in front. You're going to look at your thumbnail, and you're going to turn your head left and right, keeping your eyes focused on your thumbnail. Now, when you do this, you're challenging the balance system in your inner ear. So depending how this system functions, you might feel a little bit dizzy, you might feel a little bit lightheaded. Some people might even feel nauseous. If that happens, it means you definitely need to train this system, but you just want to be safe and sensible about it. So maybe a good idea to start sitting down and just to kind of try it and then rest until you feel better again and kind of build it up like that. But providing you can do this okay for 10 reps, you then want to build up the number of reps. Maybe go to 20 reps. Another variation that we can do of a similar exercise is going up and down. So we've done left and right. We've done up and down. Again, start with 10 reps, see how you feel, and then we can build it up from there. But then we can also work the different diagonals. Now, the reason that we're doing these different directions is because the vestibular system has different receptors that deal with movement in different directions. Our eyes also have different muscles that move our eyes in different directions, and the vestibular system is connected to the muscles that move the eyes, so we need to train all of the different parts of the vestibular system and the connections between the eye muscles. And then I've got one more direction to do. And again, start with 10 reps, see how you get on. So we've got horizontal, vertical, and then the two different diagonals for the basic format of the VOR. Before we get to the next variation of the VOR, I just quickly want to let you know about a free class that I've created to teach you more about using brain-based training to improve your performance. I'll place a link to the class up there, and I'll place a link to the class down in the description so that you can check it out. The next variation we're going to work on is a walking VOR. So I'm doing exactly the same exercise that I've just done, looking at my thumb, turning my head from side to side, but now I'm just walking forwards and backwards. And this increases the level of challenge on the system in a couple of different ways, but it's a very beneficial exercise for tennis players to work on. I obviously want to work side to side. I want to work on taking my head up and down. And then I also want to work on the diagonals. And when I do this, I generally set a timer. So I'll maybe do 30 seconds or a minute in each direction and just build things up as your system progresses. The final progression I'm going to show you really challenges your overall balance in addition to this vestibular ocular reflex. So we want to practice doing all these different directions, standing on one leg as well. And what you'll start to find is as you start turning your head, it's going to make you really unstable, and your feet and ankles are going to have to work really hard to keep you upright. So the best way to do it is to do horizontal on your right leg, give your right leg a little bit of a rest, change to the left leg, do horizontal on the left leg, give the left leg a rest, go back to the right leg, work on the vertical, left leg, vertical, right leg, and then go through the diagonals. Okay, so that is my single favorite tennis vision training exercise. If you have any questions about it, leave them down in the comment section and I'll try and get back to you as quick as I can. If you enjoyed this video, if you give me a thumbs up, that would be really helpful. And again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, it's much appreciated if you could do that as well. Okay, I'll catch you next time.